Looking for a new Netflix show to binge watch? Aren't we all? Well, you are in luck because I have Disney Channel actress here, Jessica Marie Garcia, and she is going to tell us all about her brand new Netflix show coming out next week. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, yes. Yes, with the soul.
There's a little Kesha in all of us, I believe.
Everyone needs a little bit of Kesha.
I need a lot of it.
Wait for the drop. Okay, guys, welcome back. You are watching AfterBuzz TV. We have a spotlight on. I am your host, Morgan Willett. You can find me on Twitter at Morgan_Willett. But enough about me. I have Jessica Marie Garcia here with me. Jessica, how's it going?
It is amazing. It's going so good. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime.
My new Insta friend.
New Instagram friends,
yes.
guys. Well, speaking of Instagram, go ahead and tell everyone where they can catch up with you on social media.
Oh, please follow me on all of the fun things. On Instagram, I am at Jess_M_Garcia. And on the Twitter, I am at Jess Marie Garcia. And on Snapchat, I'm at JessMG15. Super fancy.
Do you still use Snapchat?
I do snap a little.
Okay.
Because the filters are better than the Instagram filters.
I agree with that. You look so much better, but then the new update really threw me for a loop, and I'm like...
Because this is my thing. I don't really care about other people's snaps. I care about my snaps. So what
I
do is I do my filter on Snap and then take it out and put it on Instagram. Sorry.
You're learning things here.
Sorry, Insta. Like, I love you the most, but you need better filters.
Agreed. I hope they're watching this and they pick up on that.
They do. They're big followers of me.
You heard it here. Anyways, let's talk about what everyone is really wanting to hear about. On My Block, Netflix original, comes out this week.
Yes, Friday.
How excited are you?
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so beyond nervous. This is probably the...
We get applause.
Thank you, because there's so many people here. Yes, please. No pictures. I've just been so thrilled about this project from the get that it's made me even more nervous that it's coming out and that people get to watch it. It's like been my little baby that I've had, and now it's like, oh no, other people get to watch it. I just care about it so much, and I really hope that it gets received well, because I think it's a show that's not out there right now.
That's so awesome. So you play Jasmine.
I do.
Tell us, I watched the trailer. I am in love with your character, and I only got to see a few clips.
I have goosebumps everywhere for you just saying that, because I'm so excited to hear that.
Oh my gosh, she's... Like, the minute I saw you, I was like, show me more of her. Tell us about this goofy, lovable Jasmine.
Well, Jasmine is so dear to me, because I feel like there's a little bit of Jasmine in everyone, just like everyone needs Kesha. Everyone has Jasmine in them. Like, she is this quirky, funny, sweet, loyal girl that uses comedy and uses her wit and her sarcasm as a defense mechanism. So I feel like when you see her, you're gonna see this like loud, like this girl that feels and says that she's more, I would say that she's more, it's such a crazy word, that she's more, advanced in many adult things. Like, she's very, like, she talks a lot about the like sexual things that a 14-year-old wouldn't talk about, but she acts like, no, this is her life, like this is who she is. But you can see that it's probably not, that it's a defense mechanism that she puts up. But I care for her so much. I feel like when I was playing Willow, she was this like strong, loyal friend, but she had a confidence that was like unwavering. While if you will, Jasmine, I think if you said like kind of the wrong thing with her, it would last forever in her. Like, she'll laugh it off and she'll say something really smart back to you, but it's gonna hurt her on a level that it wouldn't have Willow.
Now, do you see any similarities with your own self in Jasmine, or are you kind of more opposite from her?
Oh yeah, no. We have a lot of similarities. You know, I use my personality. I think part of comedy comes from such a dark place. So I feel like we share that. Like, you know, maybe we need to I need to make light of what I'm going through, so you can't use that as against me, you know? Like, if I make like a fat joke, you can't say it back to me and it's gonna hurt me because I'm letting you know already. Like, she's that girl, you know? And I love that about her, because I feel like so many girls can relate to that.
Right, I think that's so important, because you get so many different, I mean, girls look up to these characters that they watch, and to have a strong, confident female, I think, is what everyone kind of needs to see.
Exactly.
So I'm excited for everyone to get to see this Jasmine.
Oh, And besides the fact that she's, she's fun and she's quick, and I don't feel like you see a lot of opportunities for Latinas to be that way, so I feel really blessed to have this part.
So when you first found out that you were going to be part of a Netflix show, I mean, I feel like that's every actress's dream to be like, oh my God, I'm in my own Netflix show. What was your reaction like?
Well, I had many dance parties.
As you should.
It was such an incredible journey, like from inception of getting the script and reading the script and falling in love with the script, because it's so easy not to love a pilot. We see it one episode of a show and we're like, I mean, it's okay. Like, maybe I'll watch it again. But when I read this script, I was like, oh my God, I want to be a part of this. Like, how do I get to be a part of this? You get to see characters that are just not stereotypes of what you've seen. You get to see people of color be nerdy and be quirky and be awkward and not necessarily have to be these stereotypes that they have, even though those absolutely do exist. So when I read that, I was just so thrilled. And I was at all my friends' house who are all actors, and we've all worked together, and they knew how much I cared about this. So when I ran back into one of their houses, and I was like, I got it, guys. Oh my God, I got it. Like, it was such a breath of fresh air and such a okay, this was supposed to happen.
Right.
Because as an actor, you want these things to happen so often, but you don't always get them. Like, you very rarely do you. So the fact that this one is mine and Jasmine is mine, I will never take that for granted. Did
you have to do a lot of prep work for this character? I mean, you seem like you're naturally pretty funny and witty.
What? What are you talking about, girl? No, I did a lot of research based on where she comes from and like her age. I think it's important to stay true to like what they're watching, what they're being surrounded by. She grew up in a pretty rough inner city, which I'm not familiar with. So it was something that I got to like explore and just kind of research who she would be because she's put in that situation.
I mean, it's so interesting because I feel like high school is so different now than I'm sure even when you were in high school. When I was in high school, how was it going back to high school? Did you like crack open your yearbooks to get ready? You're like, oh, like what was it?
I think social media is that big difference.
Right.
If I had to be 14 and posting all these pictures of what I looked like when I was 14, when my eyebrows were twins, like they held hands, they were Siamese twins. Like, yeah, no, I would hate that. There are pictures that I've posted in 2009 that I'm like, what did I do? So I couldn't imagine what that would be like. But I can still, because being on Disney, I was surrounded by a lot of young people and my fans are so young. So I got to learn a lot from them to kind of see what has changed and what really hasn't,
I think social and like Instagram. So I'm thinking when I was 14, I was hideous. I should not have been posting.
I highly doubt that.
I had dark brown hair, glasses, braces, the whole shebang. My mom let me go out in a SpongeBob SquarePants like t-shirt, and we don't know why to this day.
No, you sound pretty rad. You sound so rad.
Tragic. I'm like, if I would have had social media back then, it would have been a train wreck. And now it's like that's what everyone, like, you're 13 and that's normal to have Snapchat and Instagram and
it's horrible. And I just I came to this realization today too. I was like, why are we all spending so much money to have the same face? Like, why do we all want to look exactly the same? Like, I don't get it. Like, we're all about celebrating each other's differences, but that's just on social media. We also need to look like this. Like, you know what I mean? It's such a weird.
And I'm sure your fans are young and they're all on social media. So, I mean, have they ever reached out to you? And what's the weirdest message you've gotten?
Weird? Do you want to trade nudes? Probably would be the weirdest. Oh, yeah, that happens a lot. But not from my typical demographic of fans, but
that's good.
I get more messages of thanks for being an inspiration to them. I mean, I have a hard time believing that, but at the same time, it's like you don't necessarily see too many girls that look like me with the confidence that I have. Like, I think once you get to you get roles that are like, oh, she's a big girl, so that means she's like nerdy or unlikable or super awkward, and it's never like, oh, she's confident and she loves who she is. So but that's who I display on social media. So I get those messages like, I posted this selfie because you helped me feel good about myself, because you don't care what other people think, and I think that's really important, that girls see all different sides. Girls and boys see all different sides of like beauty, and what that beauty isn't a size, or beauty isn't just a certain facial expression you make, even though I do only make the same one in every single one of my pictures. But
me and you both, I always tilt my head to the side, make the same. Yeah, I feel you on that one.
I gotta raise the eyebrow.
I creeped
the whole thing.
Creeped on your Instagram. It's fire.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. But with that, like, do you ever feel pressure? You're like, oh my God, I have so many fans, so many young girls watching me. Do you ever feel feel pressure with social media. Like, I can't slip up because
Yeah.
there's so many girls who, like, if I post one thing that is construed a different way, then they see that.
Oh yeah, no, I think about that on a constant basis. Being an adult, but still wanting to care about, you know, what people are seeing and thinking of me and my, you know, my character. At the same time, I'm loud and obnoxious, and I like to curse, and I enjoy a dirty joke. So it's hard to balance what I want to show, you know, and what you hold private to yourself. But as I grow as an actor, I'm going to do roles that are more and more like, what Jasmine is saying is not G-rated, let me tell you. But at the same time, like, if I post something that is slightly, I say inappropriate, but it's based on what people think is inappropriate.
Right.
Like, I will get comments like, you were on Disney, what are you doing? And it's like, it's such a hard thing to try and juggle. But at the same time, I'm an adult.
Right.
And I'm like confident and I know what I'm doing, and I would never post in order to get a reaction like that, but I need to stay genuine to myself.
Exactly. It's such a fine balance.
It is, and I don't think anyone can really do it 100% right. Like, I feel like everyone right now is like so ready to jump down somebody's throat for something that they post. I mean, I do the same thing. Like, I'll see something, I'm like, why did she post that? Oh my God. And then I fall into like, why am I doing this? Why do I like?
It's the weird,
double tap.
sad social media world that we live in now.
I have a rule. It's like double tap, tell them they're pretty, and move on. Like, if
Spread the positivity.
Exactly. It's
That's
just,
what I'm saying.
if she or he had the confidence to post it,
don't hate on them.
Yeah.
They liked it at the time they posted it, whether you like it or not. So
Right.
I'm with you on that one. I think everyone else should spread the positivity on Instagram.
yeah. So double tap this because you know we're posting it.
Yeah, give us some likes. Share it, you know. All right, well, you're originally from Florida. I want to touch on that. What brought you out to LA?
I wanted to act as soon as I was like birthed. I was like
Just came out of the womb with
with a
Emmy.
monologue. Yeah, 100%. I've loved this from day one. Being an only child, like, I used to put on little plays for my stuffed animals, and like, I have a single mom who has had to watch so many ridiculous one-man shows. It was when I was about seven or eight. I remember telling my mom, like, this is really what I want to do, and she was like, well, then you need to learn from the greats. And she made me watch Ben-Hur and Gone with the Wind in one day. She gave me all of these old time movies that she was like, if you want to learn, I want you to learn from the best. And I became so enamored with Barbra Streisand and Bette Davis and Elizabeth Taylor and Vivian Leigh that this is all I can do. I have to be in this world. I have to know how this is made. And it's not even just acting. Like, I want to be a part of everything. Like, if I'm not acting, I'm shadowing directors, I'm writing, I've shadowed ADs. Like, I want to know how everything works and what everyone's job is. Like, I want to be the boss. So you got to know everything.
Snaps to you. What snaps to your mom?
Yeah,
if I would have
snaps to my
said,
mom, for sure.
Mom, I want to be an actor, she'd be like, more. Go back to your room. Like, stop dreaming like that. I'm like, snap, your mom. I mean, she must have saw something in you at such a young age.
She did, and not only that, she did it with people criticizing her the whole time. Like, I went to a performing arts magnet in high school, and right after I left, I was like, I'm going to LA, and everyone was like, she needs to go to college, she needs to do this. Like, it gave me and her so much criticism for that. And then now it's like all my friends from school going, hey, you're doing really well. How do I do that?
Can you help me?
Mm-hmm. I'm like, keep paying out those student loans that you were so mean to me about. Not that you shouldn't go to college. You should go to college. It just didn't work for me.
Right. It's everyone has their own different path.
Absolutely. And if I could, if I was intelligent in other areas, I would have done that. But this is, again,
But
like
hey,
I told you before.
you have your own Netflix show.
Yes.
It's working out for you.
Yes, it is. But I still worked really, really hard.
Right,
Wasn't
right.
maybe necessarily in a college classroom, but I
So
got
you came right after high school to LA. Did you come alone, or your mom came with you?
I drove with my mom,
Okay.
my 85-year-old senile grandmother,
Stop.
and
Stop.
my 120-pound German Shepherd. And
Why
we
was there
drove
not a camera in your car filming
across
this?
country to the point where, like, my grandma is like eating a sandwich and decides she doesn't like it and throws it thinking that the window's open and just the bologna just sticks on the window. Like, it was the longest 3,000 miles of my lifetime.
Oh.
But again,
But you
snaps to
made
my
it.
mom. Yeah, because she drove back. So
Oh
yeah.
my
Or no,
gosh.
yeah.
What was, because I know I'm from Texas, moving out here was a complete shock. I was
Yeah.
like, why is everyone so beautiful and why is no one smiling at me?
Yeah.
What was the biggest kind of shock for you, especially being in the entertainment industry? It's so different, I'm sure, LA to Florida.
The hospitality, the lack of, was such a big thing for me. Like being in Florida, I am from Disney World. Like it is like, please, no ma'am, thank you.
Right.
Like all day. So that was hard for me to go, oh yeah, we don't do that here. Okay. Like I'd be like, how's your day? And people look at you like, why? Why do you want to know? So that was like a hard thing. But at the same time, I love it so much here now because I get it. It never stopped me from being that person, but I just kind of like fell into it. Like, okay, this is how this goes. But I definitely miss that kind of warm, welcoming Southern feel.
Too.
Yeah.
It's like in LA, everyone's in a hurry.
Always in a hurry.
Which I totally get because I'm usually in a hurry and running 30 minutes late too. But I'm just like in Texas or I'm sure Florida, everyone's just chill. Like
Yeah.
they're just there to say hello, hold a door. You can take 5 seconds to hold a door.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
crazy.
I think because California is like so many nomadic. Like people come here from all Texas, Florida, they come from all over and they stay here for a small amount of time and then leave. And they have like agendas like I'm here because I'm the best. You know, we were big fishes in a small pond there and now we come here and we're like, oh no.
I am a minnow.
Oh my God. So I think that has a lot to do with it. People are just like feel so entitled.
I agree with that.
I hate it.
I do too, but are you going to go back to Florida anytime soon? Or you think you're going to stay here for the long haul?
I mean, for the long haul. Like I haven't been back for a minute. I went back. I did the announcements for a Pitbull's New Year's Eve show on Fox a few years back.
Okay.
Yeah, you might recognize this voice.
How is Pitbull?
Enrique Iglesias. I didn't get to meet him, but being
No,
Cuban,
you're supposed to lie and be
I know,
like, he's the best.
Pitbull was the sweetest.
Okay, good.
He
That's
brought
what I
me
thought.
Roses. It was the nicest
Romantic.
thing ever. No, I didn't get to meet them. I did run into Camila Cabello at the elevator, and
love her.
oh my God! And she was with Fifth Harmony. She was leaving the elevator, and she turns to me and she was like, "Happy New Year!" And I was like, "Yeah, you too. I was working on the show. It's just you're cool."
I
Oh
would have
God!
been like, you're so pretty.
She was so pretty and so little and so nice, and I was just like, he wasn't ready for all of that. But yeah, no, she was the only one I got to meet.
But okay, honestly, she's better than Pitbull. Let's be
You're
real.
right. Well, I can't say that. I'm Cuban. Oh, she is too, so maybe
So
a little
you
bit.
can't say it.
But Pitbull, I mean, it was his New Year's Eve show. So
Oh, true. So, and he's a
have to
pretty
kinda
big
be
deal.
nice. Yeah, he's got a
Mr.
little-
Worldwide.
He is Mr.
Yeah.
Worldwide. I'd like to be Mrs. Worldwide. Not like married to him because I'm engaged. That's not what I mean by that. I just mean like as interesting and entertaining as he is. Another question, Morgan.
Let's talk about this engagement. Okay, let's talk because I'm very curious because I was creeping on you really hard on the internet.
You were.
I found out all sorts of things that we'll get to. But for everyone listening, watching who doesn't know, she was on Liv and Maddie, Disney Channel. You play Willow. And word on the block, you were the first one engaged off that show.
I was.
How did that feel? Did it make you feel like, I mean, but I feel like everyone else is more so your age.
It was great, but also the majority of them were at my engagement.
Oh, I love that.
So, and I had no idea. He surprised me like so much. It was our anniversary, just mine. It was our anniversary in January, and on Christmas he gave me, one of my gifts was this card. Excuse me, and he was like, I want to take you away for our engagement. He just told me our anniversary, and that's all you get to know. And I think most people would think, oh, maybe he's going to pop the question. But I had told him like months before, like, for our anniversary this year, let's go out of LA. Like, let's do something else. So I didn't think anything of it. And we went to San Diego. He took me to this gorgeous, like, it was like a cliff over some water. There were statues. It was beautiful. And I just looked over the water and I was like, oh, maybe we should go up here. And he was like, maybe we should stay here for a second. I was like, why? And I look and I see a box. I'm like, oh my God. And I just look back at the water. I'm like, when I turn around, he's going to be on one knee and I'm going to lose my mind. And there he was. And he's crying. Like he couldn't even ask me. He's hysterical. And I was like, yes, yes. And then I saw that there was like a guy in the background who was taking pictures of us because he had hired somebody.
Yes, I was about to say, he better have that photographer.
Yes, because my girlfriends knew. They were like, you need this person. Like Shout out to Shelby Wolfer for making sure that he did that.
Snaps to her.
Shelby.
Good girl.
And then we went on a cruise, like a little dinner cruise in San Diego. And while we're getting ready for it, I'm talking to his sister on the phone. And I'm like, God, she's like asking me so many questions. I don't know the date yet. Like and I'm like, why is she asking me so many questions? And it's because she's buying time. And I turn around and I just hear, congratulations. And it's all my friends, my mom, dressed to the nines. He had them all come out and surprise me. And then they surprised me with a house. We got a house for the weekend in San Diego. Gorgeous house that we stayed in all weekend, all 10 of us. It was amazing.
Oh my. Okay, well, I'm single as a Pringle.
How?
So
obviously
It's
because
a
you
long
want to
story.
be. Because you want to be. Because you're a boss.
Anyways, I'm never going to get engaged unless that exact same thing happens. That is incredible.
He's amazing.
So when you went back on set, did you just want to be like, look?
Yes.
I mean,
And I did.
I
The unfortunate
did.
thing is I didn't get my nails done for it, and my nails looked so ratchet.
That's what we can crop. You can crop those nails.
I tried. It was so funny because Shelby was like, come get your nails done with me. Will you come get your nails done? And I'm like, oh my God, Shelby, relax with the nails.
No.
And it was because she didn't want me to. She was right.
It's okay.
It's all right.
Just get them done for the wedding day.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that is a must.
They will be done.
Do we know a date for the wedding yet?
We do, but I'm not announcing.
Oh, okay. All right,
Some people
so
already
stay
know
tuned.
where it is, so I can't.
Okay, yeah, we won't disclose that, but we'll stay tuned.
It's in the fall.
Oh, okay. That's good.
All you get.
That's all we get. Do you have a dress yet? I'm curious. Okay, we'll talk more. We'll talk more about this.
Pictures. I'll show you pictures.
Well, okay, enough about the engagement. We got a little sidetracked. I love weddings. We went
love
from
weddings, too.
Netflix to engagement real quick.
They all make sense. It's fine.
It all makes sense.
Yeah.
But okay, let's rewind a little bit because I want to talk, because I know we were talking about inspiring young girls and people who looked up to you. I know you went through kind of a health scare.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, found out you were pre-diabetic. Take me through that whole situation.
It was really scary. And it was the biggest wake-up call. It was probably when I was like, oh, wait, this is real life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you grow up thinking it happens to everyone else and not you. And then when it happens to you, you're like, wait, what? And that's exactly what happened. Like, I went to a doctor. I hadn't been to a doctor in a really long time. And I was like, okay, I should probably, just get a physical. And she was just like, oh, yeah, you're pre-diabetic. Like, done. Like, it wasn't like, there's no, like, music doesn't play. Like, violins don't come out. People don't cry. Like, it's like, yeah, you're pre-diabetic. So unless you want to, like, get full-blown diabetes, you should probably do something about it. I was like, oh, okay. All right.
So how old were you when that happened?
Oh, God. That was 3-4 years ago.
Okay, so a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So what was like the next step for you? I feel like I would just sit in my room and be like, what? That's so scary.
It's one of those things where I snaps again to my mom. Like, she's never about moping about anything. If you can change it, it's not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a solution, there's not a problem. That's how it is. So she was like, you're so lucky that it's pre-diabetes and you can do something about it. So I just went into my kitchen and threw out everything I couldn't have. And then I was like, done. That's it. Like, I was such a diet soda fanatic. Like, if you cut me, I would bleed diet soda. Like,
Diet Coke.
Yeah.
All the way, girl.
Mm-hmm. And Diet Dr. Pepper is also, like, everything to me. But only for fun times. But, yeah, no, I was drinking, like, 9 cans a day.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that bad?
That might not be the best.
Are you saying you'll get diabetes from it?
But I mean, it is diet, so I don't know. But
It's that aspartame, girl. You can't have that
I know,
aspartame.
but Diet Pepsi doesn't have that in it.
But Diet Pepsi doesn't
I know,
taste
Diet
like
Pepsi,
Diet
honestly,
Coke.
it's not good. It's all my mom will buy me now.
I leave places if they only have Diet Pepsi.
I know, and literally when I go home, my mom will not buy me Diet Coke or Diet Dr. Pepper anymore because it has whatever aspartame is.
Listen,
The bad
she's a
stuff.
very good woman, but she's tough.
So, okay, I know, what is it, 75 pounds that you lost?
Yeah, probably.
Or over that.
It stays pretty steady at 75. I still have moments where it fluctuates a little bit, but I try and stay to that. It's just a daily struggle. It's a daily, like, making choices.
Mm-hmm.
It's still tough. But yeah, it's one of those things where I was like, my whole life is ahead of me. Like, I just got on, Liv and Maddie had just started, and I was like, I need to go into this knowing that I can have a full career that I want. All my dreams can come true. Like, all the hard things are actually being shown to me. And now I have this, like, side note that I need to take care of. So I was like, just like my mom dealt with cancer, she was like, it's just something you got to get through. And that's how I did it. I was like, no, I want to survive. I want to be a mom. I want to be an actor for a really long time. Like, I need to take care of myself.
I mean, and that's so inspirational because you have, I'm sure, so many young girls who are going through the same thing because a lot of people don't know about eating healthy and all of that, and it's very normal to just eat whatever you want. Have you had a lot of people reach out to you and be like, you know, you're inspiring me, or how do I do this?
Oh, yeah, and it's so easy because I'm, besides the laziest person, I'm someone who, like, I don't like gyms. You know, you can't, like, if I had a trainer, that'd be a very different thing, but that's an expensive thing.
Right.
And I was like, I'm gonna have to do this myself. So soda was the biggest thing. And then I was working out. And I was like, well, I don't have money to go to gyms. I don't have money to do this. And I was like, you can literally lose 75 pounds on your Instagram. You can find workouts on your Instagram, daily different little things you can do. It's amazing what one daily routine, 15 minutes can change. And that's exactly what I did. I would not have a day without a 15 to 30 minute workout. It was no soda. It was lean meats and proteins. And I had to learn how to cook. I didn't know anything about nutrition. Now, no snaps to my mom. She didn't have a weight problem. So she would, and she's from a communist country where they weren't given a lot. So she comes here and she's like, oh, I can give you all this. I want to give you all this. Food is love. And I ate it. And it became a problem. So that it was just like, okay, Mom, now I need to teach you something.
Right.
And it's about nutrition and what you can eat and what you shouldn't eat and what's in things and that you should read the nutritional value. That was not something we did in my house. And because she's like, no, it's diet soda.
It's good.
It's good for
diet.
you. It's chicken, but it's fried, Mom. It's fine. It's fried in Crisco, Mom. It's good for you.
So has she kind of made these changes with you as well?
Oh, yeah, I forced her. I definitely forced her.
Which is for the better for everyone, honestly.
It's really important. It's your life.
Right. Well, so I'm sure working on set, there's craft services. How do you stay healthy when you're working as an actress all day long?
It's really important to be knowledgeable of what's good and what's not. Even today, like, there was French toast on set today. There were donuts and cookies. And I was like, nope, nope. And then this season on Betch, we were like, we need better food. So we have, like, vegan omelets and just, like, all these different fruit arrangements. Like, I got to eat so many berries today, and that's such a good tip. Like, eat handfuls of berries, not strawberries necessarily, but, like, blackberries.
Bad?
They're not bad for you.
There's a lot of sugar,
you
right?
get a lot more from raspberries and blueberries, and they're just so easy to eat. Nuts, stuff like that. It's just staying away from it. So we kind of have, like, a bad table and, like, a good table. So it's not too bad on set.
You gotta have a little balance every once in a while.
Oh, yeah, you can have that cookie. You just don't need four. You know?
Well, when you do splurge and have a cheat meal, I have to ask, what is your go-to?
Oh, well, I'm a red meat and potatoes kind of girl. It's
I love a steak.
Oh, my God. I could eat steak every day of my life. Like, medium rare, it can still be mooing. I'm about it.
It can still be mooing.
And I'm trying to be so much better about that, just environmentally and just health-wise. But I love it. Like, I would do, it would probably be surf and turf. I would want, like, a steak and some crab legs. And like, some kind of taters.
I don't think I've had crab legs. I'm questioning
sorry?
my being right now.
You haven't had crab? Have you had lobster?
I've had,
This is kind of similar.
lobster. This is another lobster mac and cheese.
Oh, my God, yes.
I think that's what I want.
I was going to say that to
with.
be my side dish, but I didn't want to be too overloaded with
No.
all the
You
ridiculousness.
put that lobster mac and cheese on the side.
100%.
I'm about your cheat meal. I thought to be like In-N-Out, but now I'm like, no, I'm balling out.
See, like, I do love In-N-Out, but I want something, like, decadent in courses.
Right?
Right?
I need to go to cheat meals
Let's
with you.
Let's go.
Oh, man. Okay, well, I know you just mentioned Betches. I want to talk all about that because it sounds hysterical. What is it? Where can I see it?
Betch is the best all-female sketch show. It is on Hulu. Right now, I think season 1 through 3 or something is on Hulu right now. And then we have 7 seasons this is our 7th season right now. And our 6th season premieres March 28th on Go90, on your Go90 app. Please, Betch. And it's amazing. You know, we write our own sketches. It's like all written, like, it's so female, like, driven and strong and funny. So many people are like, women aren't funny. Like, we're hysterical. I will say that with pride.
With pride.
But it's so good. And it's with Audrey, who I worked with on Liv and Maddie, who's Joey Bragg's girlfriend. And that's how I kind of got involved. Her and her sister, Maddie Whitby, started this show with Monica Scherer. It's just amazing. It's so good.
is it hard? I'm envisioning all these hysterical females working together on
Yeah.
set. Is it hard to get stuff done? Like, I feel like y'all are just cracking jokes.
Our crew
like,
might say that.
so much fun.
Our AD's like, okay, ladies. No, we do have so much fun. Like, we have incredible talent that comes in. Like, we always have like a really fun influencer or actor come in, and it's such a creative, like, teamwork environment. Like, I feel like I was better on My Block because of Betch. Because on Betch, like, I got to do so much improv. Like, the words on the page we're not married to. Like, if we want to throw some things in there, because your executives are sitting right in front of you. So, and you can't get a bad comic or a comedian education from like Audrey Whitby and Maude. They are hilarious. So I learned so much, and then going on My Block, like, I would just try things because you never know how far you can go off script. And I was like, meh, I'm gonna try this. I went off script on the audition, so I was like, maybe this is fine. And I got that all from Betch, and they literally were like, put a camera on her and just go. And that was like the most. I was so honored to have some, like, for a DP to say that to you, like, that's a big deal. So I was like, yes, okay. So I did that, and the only reason I even got that confidence was being on Betch. Like,
That's awesome.
this made me so much of a better comedian.
So how long have you been a part of Betch?
I've been on Betch since I want to say season 2.
So is that
So
like,
for a couple years,
Wow,
like I want
okay.
to say 2 or 3 years now.
okay, so I've never seen it. Take me through, like, is an episode just one sketch? Is it multiple?
It's multiple sketches. This season, it's our 30 Rock season. So it's
Okay.
going to be mostly interstitials and about us girls and where we're going after the show.
Love
and we're
it.
going to have like one sketch in between. And last season and the seasons before were a bunch of sketches. Like one of our best ones, we do Discover commercials. And our whole bit is instead of a Discover, it's Dis with 2 S's cover. And it's like, we treat you like you treat you. Like, shut.
I love it.
And like, so it's just like me just making fun of like, just being like, I know why your boyfriend broke up with you, like talking to myself and just like, why? Like, it's so, so funny. And we just think way outside the box. And I think a lot of people are going to love our show if more people watched it.
Sign me up. I'm like, let
Don't
me.
I do Hulu?
I love Hulu. Hulu is.
Please watch us. It's so, it's
Oh, you don't have to
so
tell me
fun.
another thing to binge watch. Like, I just finished Queer Eye. I need another thing to
Yeah.
watch. Sign me
Yeah,
up.
Lauren Elizabeth's on our show. She's an incredible influencer and lifestyle blogger who's on our show who I feel like discovered such an incredible comedian in her too. Like, it's just been such an incredible experience for us, really.
It sounds like, and I'm sure you get to play so many fun different roles.
I was
like, you're
Frida
not.
Kahlo.
That's incredible.
I was Frida Kahlo, but so betchy. Like,
Love it.
the original
Snap,
selfie
snap.
person, you know, who painted pictures of herself. So we made her very much like that.
I've now got to see that.
Please.
Well, going back to all your different characters, so you have Willow, who's very sporty, all that. On Disney Channel, you have Jasmine. Which one do you connect to more? I mean, 2 very big characters.
Oh my gosh. That's like splitting me in half because I love sports. I'm a sports fanatic. So I feel that in Willow. Willow gets brings out a part of me where I get to be athletic because I'm not really athletic, but I enjoy athletic things. So I get to
Feel you.
pretend to be a good basketball player when I'm not. With Jasmine, I get to be more like free and like more like sexual and like maybe a little naughty.
Ooh,
and
like.
I love that about her too. So, oh God, I don't know. I feel like they're both on my shoulder. I
That's
can't
fine.
even tell
You
you.
got 2 shoulders, so you can keep them there.
Just stop it.
Okay, wait. I died laughing on your Instagram. You have one of you doing the inhaler as Jasmine. So I'm assuming asthma is part of her bit.
A little bit.
I
Little
have
bit.
asthma, so I'm like, yes, you represent for everyone who has their inhaler.
And
like
that was
me.
tough because I didn't want to just look like I had an inhaler. So I'm talking to props. I'm looking at videos of people taking them, and there's such like a process.
It is.
But then for timing, you have to work out comedic timing on top of that. And like inhalers don't give you comedic timing.
No, they do not. They have a mind of their own.
It's like a whole to do. It's like you breathe in quickly with a double and then you let out slowly. But when you have lines and you're doing it slowly, it's a thing.
It is an art form. It truly is.
It's like you can't like have asthma and be funny at the same time.
But you managed to do it
I tried. I think I gave myself asthma.
in the process of
Yeah.
acting with asthma.
I feel for you.
Well, I'm sure there were so many fun times on set and on my blog. It seems like it's an awesome cast. Was there one funny time that just stood out, like a crazy story that you'll never forget?
God, which one? I think the one that the one I remember the most was coming off of a 14-hour bet shoot.
Oh.
And then going over to Jason, who plays Ruby, going to his hotel room, which they were all sharing. So it was like Jason and Brett, and then Julio, who plays Oscar, he was there too. And we had to choreograph a dance. And you'll see it.
I'm pumped.
It's choreographed by me and Jason. Professional choreographers.
Do you have a dance background?
I don't.
Even better.
Other than being Latin. It was so I'm just exhausted. And I think like the Emmys or something were on too. So they're watching that. And him and I are just like, okay. And it's like for a specific like a song that was supposed to be hip hop and it wasn't hip hop. It was like some kind of like house music, boom, boom kind of thing. And we're trying to do a quinceañera type dance and then break into that. And choreograph that. So we're doing that. It's like at this point, like 2:00 in the morning, and I'm sweating. He's fine. I'm sweating profusely. There is a video out there. And we have an audience of the rest of the cast just like going, yeah, you got it. Oh, this time great. Okay, well, you need to do this. Like, it was the funniest in retrospect because during it, I was like, but it was so funny. And that next day, because we had to shoot the next day, was awesome because we did it on set and we got a round of applause. And like Lauren, everyone came out there like, that is so great. That's exactly what we wanted. But actually trying to come up with it. Shout out to choreographers.
So you're saying you probably will not be going on Dancing with the Stars? I think you should.
You know, I haven't said that just yet. They do keep
think this is a
knocking down my
sign.
door. ABC, calm down. No, I would totally do that.
This is a sign.
I just wouldn't win. I wouldn't be like Jordan
Well,
Fisher.
you don't have to choreograph anything, luckily, on that show.
Yeah. Well, you know my friend won this last one. Jordan Fisher won Dancing with the Stars.
Oh my gosh, I did the Dancing with the Stars after show, so I've watched every part of that season. Love Jordan.
Isn't he ridiculous? Like, there's nothing he can't do. It's kind of
But when
ridiculous.
he started that show, were you like, oh, he's going to win?
Yes. We all knew. As soon as they announced it, because I worked
He's
on Liv and Maddie
incredible.
with him, so I've seen him dance. He was on Hamilton. Like, he's so talented. He's
insane.
Like, Bruno Mars needs to watch his back. Like,
No, I
Jordan
think
Fisher
he's
is coming for him.
100% better than Bruno Mars.
Oh, you heard it here. Morgan said it.
I do love Bruno Mars, but Jordan Fisher's
Bruno.
There were times watching that
Lost
show
a
when
fan.
I literally, my jaw would hit the ground. I was like,
I just drooled because of it. Did you see this?
but
Yes.
okay, so Jordan will give you tips. You'll go on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, he taught me I had to flip my drumstick when I was doing drums for Liv and Maddie, and he taught me how to flip it.
And of course, he would know how to do that
Of
as well.
course
What,
he knows
what
how to
can
do
he
that.
not do?
Be bad at something.
Apparently. Did you really play the drums?
Yes, I took like weeks of lessons.
So you can.
No, I can't,
Oh.
but I can like make it look like I can do 3 songs and then badly because everyone told me how bad they were.
So does your character in a band on Liv and Maddie?
For a little bit, it's
love
it's our
that.
Saved by the Bell, like California Dreamin' kind of thing, you know?
Love it.
Friends Forever, that was ours. We were the dream.
Well, okay, so I grew up watching Disney Channel.
Yes.
As I'm sure you did as well. So you have your classic Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, That's So Raven. Well, now there's like this new realm of your show is obviously
Yes.
now what the kids watch. But say we were back in our age, what is your dream show that you would want to, like a classic that you would want to be a part of?
Ooh.
If you had to pick one on Disney Channel.
I'd probably have to Lizzie McGuire it.
Ugh, yes, that's what I was going to say.
Like
I could
Hillary
see
Duff
you on
was
that,
everything,
yeah.
right? Well, I felt very much like her friend. Like I felt like Miranda.
Yes, I can see it.
It was super fun.
Oh my gosh, maybe they'll bring Lizzie McGuire back with some better fashion. Or we could still
Can I be her friend?
Yes, obviously. Just don't crimp your hair and wear weird bell bottoms. Or do.
Well, that's exactly what I was thinking of wearing.
But I'm sure you could rock it. So,
No,
like, ignore me.
Those bell bottoms. Oh my god. And the little cartoon. That was like the first time you ever saw that.
And
I
then the
loved
Lizzie McGuire movie.
International.
Paolo was my first crush, I'm pretty sure.
Paolo. Oh my god, I forgot all about Paolo. I wonder where Paolo is now.
We need to know.
Paolo?
Should we bring him in for our next interview?
Actually, he's here. Paolo.
He comes. Oh, we kind of like the blonde brunette. We could be the two Lizzies. I'm so sorry I dropped the ball on not inviting Paolo to this interview.
This is actually where we're announcing that we're going to be
that
remaking
we
that
are
movie.
the new Lizzie McGuire movie.
Thank you, Disney. Thank you.
It's fine. It's fine.
We'll only need $20 million. Thank you.
It's just a small.
It's a
We're
small
doing them
film.
a favor.
It's a
I mean, you're
small
the
film.
Disney star.
I am. It's true.
Well, growing up, did you ever think that you would be this Disney princess? Like that. So many big stars have come from Disney Channel. Like with Miley Cyrus, was she Nick? No, she's
Disney.
Yeah.
Oh, don't take that from her. She's Disney all day long. Hannah Montana was everything.
I did love that. Did you
Yes.
ever think you would be on Disney Channel?
I always wanted to be. I am such a big believer in manifesting. And I think even as a kid, I was like, there is no other option. Like, I'm going to be successful. I'm going to act. And I was like, you know, the percentage of people who make it. I'm like, great. Well, add me into that. I just like, there's something inside of me that's like, great. You can tell me a million times it's not going to happen. I'm going to do it. So being on Disney was like a dream come true that I always thought about happening, but I don't know if I even gave myself enough time to think that it wouldn't. I was like, no, this is going to happen. Disney, everything. I'm from Orlando. Are you kidding? I
fake.
spent like every day in Disney World.
Duh.
Yeah. No.
So
But
when you got that call, do you remember the day you got the call and you're like, I'm on Disney?
it was actually like a little bit before my birthday, and I kept hounding my agents. I was like, I'm going to get it. Is this mine? Is this mine? It went really well. And she's like, okay, I can't tell you anything yet, but I'm pretty sure it's yours. And I was like, ah! And I screamed forever. But her name was Princess at the time, which is so funny that you're like, have you ever been a Disney princess? Because I was like, yes, this is my moment. I'm going to literally be a Disney princess.
Her
name was going to be Princess.
Stop. That honestly is fate then.
Right? And I was like, here it is. And then they gave me the script, and I'm like looking through Princess, and there was no Princess. And I'm like,
Where's my role?
I'm like, I got cut out of the role. And they're like, oh no, your name's Willow now. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Like Buffy? So I was like very into that too.
Love it. What was your favorite scene from Liv and Maddie?
Oh, the date. I had a 5-minute date with Joey, and that was like 4 years into the making. So it was wonderful. And he was such a great, because he's one of my best friends. He's one of my groomsmen. So I got to pretend to be in love with him for 4 years. And then all the fans were like, please, this has to happen. And we finally got our moment. So that was so fun, because it was like bringing out that little girl in me that, you know, always wanted the boy, never got the boy. And I felt like I was also doing that for other girls. So it was.
And now, ironically, he's in your wedding party.
Yeah, and I would
Who
never.
would have thought?
Yeah, farts and all. Like he would not be my first go-to in high school.
Disney
he farted
Channel
on me all the time.
Bringing people together.
And apart with your farts, Joey Bragg.
He's probably watching this going, I hate you.
Oh no, he's already skimmed past. What is it on Jess? I'm over it.
I'm not watching
Keep showing
this.
Morgan. I'm done with Jess.
Well, you get both of us. All right. Well, Honor Block comes out this Friday.
March 16th.
So excited. 10 episodes, right?
Yes.
Now, okay, I've got to ask, is there any word for season 2? Do we know anything yet? I feel like I'm already anxious.
You're anxious.
I know. I haven't even
I'd like to
seen
know
it.
if I have a job. It's all up to everyone watching. You know,
Guys.
like if you're going out of town, just put it on for your dog and just head out, because we need those views. Put those thumbs up.
Or, you know, everyone has an app now. Watch that on your...
And you're going to
Your
love
phone.
it. You're going to love it. If you love Skins, if you love Awkward, if you love Degrassi, you're going to love this show.
Oh, my gosh.
Right?
If that doesn't sell people,
Yeah.
then I don't know what
But
will.
with people like me,
like her right
with
here.
little brown faces.
Awesome. Well, before we wrap up, is there anything you want to tell the fans watching this?
Other than I love you for watching me this long. No, thank you. Please watch On My Block March 16th. Betch comes out March 28th, season 7. And yes, and I'm writing a short film you should watch too soon. Proffer, donate. It's got an Indiegogo.
There you go. Well, guys, she doesn't sleep, but there's a lot of fun things coming up for Jess, so stay tuned for that. And thank you all so much for watching AfterBuzz TV Spotlight On. I'm your host, Morgan Willett. You can find me on Twitter at Morgan_Willett. And real quick, Jess, one more time, where can everyone catch up with you on social media?
Please follow me on Instagram at Jess_M_Garcia, or Twitter at Jess Marie Garcia, or Snapchat at JessMG15.
There you go. All right, guys, thanks again, and we will see you next time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.